Hello, this is week number 24 for second grade music, and today we're going to focus on something called solfege, which is like it's a little secret code in music when we're learning songs. There's a different little language that we're going to use today. First, I want to start with a little easy song this is called Engine Number 9. I want you to listen to it the first time. It's about a train. And it's not so much, we're not thinking so much about the words or the lyrics today. We're thinking about where the melody goes. If the voice goes high or if it goes low. I want you to listen to it one time.
Engine number 9, rolling down the railroad line. If the train goes off the tracks, will I get my money back?
Okay, now this is what it's going to look like when it's, hang on just a minute here. This is a very same song. What you just saw before were the lyrics, which are the words of the song. And this is what it would look like if we opened up our music book and we saw the notes. And this is Mrs. Treble-Clef, like we've talked about before. This is the high neighborhood. Remember, if you live in my neighborhood, you have to have a high voice. So this is Mrs. Treble-Clef's neighborhood. And these notes, some of these notes are on line number 2. Like this group right here is line number 2. This group right here is line number 2. I'm going to put a circle around them. If you notice, these notes right here are on line number 2. This is line number 2 here. This is line number 2 here. These notes are sitting on line number 2. These notes are on line number 2. So they're all going to be the very same. This is the tune for it. So every time I see a note that's on line number 2, I'm going to use this voice. Now, some of the songs are on line number 1. So this is line number 2. This is line number 1. So I'm going to put a green marker around the ones that are sitting on the first line. Remember when we told our story of Mrs. Treble-Clef? She said, there's lots of kids that live here. They're just not here right now. We'd love to have you come and live on our side of the street. These are the kids. These are the notes. They're quarter notes. And I see eighth notes, tas for quarter notes and eighth notes for TTs. Sometimes wherever you put the notes sitting on Mrs. Treble-Clef's side of the street in her neighborhood depends on what note you're going to sing. All of these blue ones that I've circled are sitting right on the line number 2. You can see line number 2, same thing here. All of these blue, line number 2, line number 2, line number 2. All of the green ones, these notes are sitting, the circle parts of the notes are sitting on line number 1 at the bottom. So these are all going to be the same tone too. So here, if I sing this part right here, if I sing the blue part on line number 2, all of these are on this note right here. If it's my turn to sing something that's sitting on line number 1, then my note is going to be down here. So this is kind of a pattern. It's like higher and then lower and then higher and then lower, higher, lower, higher, lower. So when I sing this, listen carefully. I'm going to start with the high one. Engine. I have to change it because it's sitting on a different line. Engine. Now it's going back up to where it was before. Number. Now it's going back down to where it was before. 9. And there's a pattern. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So listen to how I do this. I'm going to point to it. And remember, the ones that are sitting on line number 2 are going to be this note. The ones that are down here on line number 1 are this note, and see how it goes. Engine number 9, going down the railroad line. If the train goes off the tracks, will I get my money back? So that is telling me, because if I can look and see where the notes are sitting on the staff on Mrs. Treble-Clef's neighborhood on her side of the street, that tells me if I should sing high or if I should sing low. And I'm going to move over here real quick because I can sing the very same song right here by using these right here. Okay, I'm going to use 2 of these. I'm going to make one a little bit higher and one a little bit lower. And so I'm going to sing the very same song, and it's still the same pattern that that we saw with the notes on the music. Listen carefully. Engine, engine number 9, going down the railroad line. If the train goes off the track, will I get my money back? And I used a repeat sign over here and a repeat sign over here, which means I go back when I'm done with this part. I go back and instead of having a great big long song like over here, this time I'm just using a repeat sign to kind of, I'm going to go from this note down, back up, and down, back up. The whole song is just kind of that pattern of going up and down a little bit. And now I want you to even totally forget about the train part of it. There is something called solfege, which is, it's like a little tiny language for music. I'm going to put these over here. It's a little language for music where this is, I'm using the very same idea where this is higher and this is lower. I can use the very same song, and I'm just going to do, again, it has a repeat sign, here. Engine, engine number 9, going down the railroad line. If the train goes off the track, will I get my money back? So this is still showing me some of the notes are right here, and then some of the notes are a little bit lower, and they're on this note right here. And I take the repeat, it goes back, this pattern, up, down, up, down, up, down. And this time I'm going to use the word so. This is like another little language in music. Every time I touch and sing this part up here, the high one, I'm going to say so. Every time I go low, I'm going to say me. And it says M-I, but it used to pronounce it E. So listen carefully. So, so, me, me, so, me. So, me, so, me. So, me, so, me. So, me, so, me. So that's really the same song. I just took all the lyrics out about the words, about the train. Now, every time we have that high note, we're singing so. Every time we have the low note, we're singing me. I'm going to make one more little adjustment. The reason there's a picture of a hand here is because every time I'm using the word so, I'm going to get a little bit closer so you can see both of us. Every time I use the word so, I'm going to put my hands like this, okay? So. My hands are like that. My me hands, if you look at this one, it's flat. It's like my palm is looking at the ground. So when I say so, my palms are looking at each other like this. When I say me, it's looking at the ground. So if I'm going to do 4 so's, I go so. My hands aren't changing because my voice isn't changing. So. Now, if I'm going to go do the lower pitch right here, this is where my palms are touching or looking at the ground. Me. So if I'm going to do the pattern, like engine number 9, so, me, so, me. Well, look what I'm doing with my hands. So, me, so, me. Try it with me one time, okay? I'm going to do it first, and I want you to do it after me, okay? Even just try it with your hands first. I'll sing it, and you do your hands with me. Every time I say so, my hands are like this. Every time I say me, my hands are like this. So I'm going to do it first, and you can echo me. My turn first. So, me, so, me. Your turn, do it with me. So, me, so, me. Now, the fun part about this song, when we're singing engine number 9, all 4 of the verses are exactly alike when we're saying so, me. You don't have to change anything. And so we're going to do that 4 times in a row. Sing it with me. Ready? So, me, so, me. So, me, so, me. So, me, so, me. So, me, so, me. So this time, I'm going to play Engine number 9, the very same song we were singing before, but I'm going to use it with my hands. I'm going to ignore the train part of it. I'm just going to use my hands. And I'm going to sing So, So, and Me. So I'm going to turn it on one more time. And you can watch me doing the song. I'm using So, 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 and Me, Me, Me. Try it with me, okay? I'm going to turn the music on.
Engine number 9.
So, so, me, me, so,
So 9.
so, so, me, me, so, so,
Tracks.
so, so, me, me, so, so,
me.
I have an assignment for you this week that isn't going to take very long. This is the song Engine number 9. And this is exactly what it looked like when I was showing you up on the whiteboard. This part of it is just like here. But if you look up here, when you're looking at the paper in Mrs. Treblecleff's neighborhood, remember we talked about every time the quarter note is sitting on line number 2, that's our so note. And so I put an S underneath there for so. Every time a note is sitting on line number 1, that's our me note. And just to be shorter, so I didn't have to write the whole word, I put an M. So if I'm looking at this song right here, again, it's so, so, me, me, so, so, me, so, so, me, me, so, so, me, so, so, me, me, so, so, me, so, so, me, me, so, so, me. So for this worksheet, just ignore the lyrics. It doesn't matter if it's talking about a train or something else. What we're looking at this week is where the note is sitting on Mrs. Treblecleff's staff, on her neighborhood. And every time you see a note that is sitting on line number 2, you're going to put an S underneath it because that's the so note. So, and I did the first one for you. And because there's another one right there, I would put an S right there also, S, S, because they're on the very same line. They're both on line number 2. Down here, this is on line number 1. So I'm putting an M for me. Me, me. There's 2 of them. So I'm going to put it, I would write an M right there. So I would write S, S, M, M, and I'd finish the whole song. And every time there's a note that's sitting on line number 2, you're going to put an S underneath it. Every time there's a note that's sitting on line number 1, you're going to put an M underneath it because that's going to be for the me note. And M is just a short way of writing of me, okay? So, and down here at the bottom, think about, this is talking about engine number 9. At the bottom, you get to get creative and you get to come up with your own verse. You're going to write your own verse. It says, create a new verse, choose a new number, check which words should rhyme, okay? Okay, so instead of engine number 9, maybe you want to pick engine number 3 or engine number 6. And down here, you're going to write a new verse for it. So for example, if I'm going to say engine number 3, I might say something like engine number 3, riding by the apple tree. So I have to make sure at the end of the line, it rhymes, okay? So if I'm going to choose a number 3, I have to think of maybe think of 3 and tree. And if it says, if the train goes off the track, will I get my money back? You really just have to think about the very first line, engine number, whatever. And then make sure the next line rhymes with whatever number you choose. If I said 9, I might say fine or line. If I said engine number 7, maybe it'd have to do something with heaven. If I said engine number 2, maybe I could think of a line that has the word blue or new or shoe. So you're going to be thinking down here at the bottom of this page, you're going to be thinking about writing a brand new verse. Instead of engine number 9, what number do you want to make your verse about? So this is what we're going to do for homework for this week. Take a picture and send it back to me, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.